folks. What's up? This is Michael in the wee hours of the night on the graveyard shift with your daily trivia question. Yet, once again, happy Friday, end of week. We finally made it. That's what I'm talking about. Now we just got to get through today and get to a weekend where they were sure to wear like t-shirts and sunglasses. It's supposed to be 80 degrees. It's supposed to be real nice. I think today might be a little chilly, but man, I'm looking forward to this weekend, even though I have to work. But that's okay. That's another story altogether. So the answer to the previous trivia question was the Ho Chi Minh Trail. Great aspect of the Vietnam War to study and to research if you're a geek like me. I've always been fascinated with Vietnam. My father was in Vietnam. I like to study all different kinds of aspects of it. And I like this era anyways, in and of itself. So the Ho Chi Minh Trail was a vast yet very logistical and strategically used network of roads, trails, and footpaths, anything else that you can think of that ran from North Vietnam to South Vietnam through the kingdoms of Laos and Cambodia. It wasn't just a main thoroughway. It was a whole network of these loosely put together system of roads and trails and so forth. This established and sometimes loosely put together system provided a means of manpower and vital supplies to the Viet Cong and the People's Army of Vietnam during the Vietnam War. The trail was named after Ho Chi Minh, who was the president of North Vietnam at the time, which was the focus of the trivia questions. So during the 1960s, several tons of supplies were transported in one form or another every day through rugged mountain ranges and dense jungle. The entire system developed into an intricate maze of bunkers, storage areas, barracks, hospitals, and command and control facilities. Essentially, this was a hidden world in and of itself, a microcosm of a network where they transported supplies and enemy, actually, all concealed from aerial observation. That was a strategic factor with the whole thing, too. It was estimated that at one point the Viet Cong could travel the entire length of the trail without ever emerging from the canopy of camouflage that existed on the whole network of systems there. The U.S. involvement in Vietnam increased dramatically during the 1960s, and officials on all levels became aware of the amount of weaponry being moved along these routes in the Ho Chi Minh Trail. Heavy airstrikes, as you can imagine, and bombings along the trail were ordered and increased significantly. This had the obvious consequences of civilians being affected and sometimes killed, as you can imagine, and bombings along the trail accordingly drew criticism abroad from both fellow communist countries, humanitarian efforts, and of course protesters, especially in the United States. Remember, this was the 60s. This was the anti-Vietnam, anti-war kind of peace-knit culture, which I'm also fascinated with that era as well. So some members of Congress also were very upset with this because they thought that the Johnson administration was escalating the war without the proper authorization. And of course, Johnson, because of the pressure, one factor, because of the pressure of the Vietnam War, was just one factor that would lead him not to seek re-election again. Sections of the Ho Chi Minh Trail are still very much exist today. You can they're in plain view. Some of them actually have paved roads and main thoroughways that are clear and concise. And there's even bike trails. I looked this up in my research that you can ride on and tour. And of course, that equates to tourism nowadays in Vietnam. And I heard it's just from my research as well, it's just an absolutely beautiful, beautiful country. So that's the Ho Chi Minh Trail kind of in a nutshell, folks. All right, folks, let's wrap up a hard week for a new trivia question for March 4th on this day. In 1966, I guess we'll stay with the 60s, the lead singer of this popular rock band caused a huge controversy when he makes the statement that we are more popular than Jesus. And I hear it wasn't exactly a fab statement to make, if you know what I mean. Have a good day, folks. Love you guys. Thanks for all you do.